What's up, Bama Nation? Yours truly, Stephen Smith of the Bama Standard Network, just coming to you with some intel thoughts here, some information from trusted sources in regarding scrimmage number 2 for your Crimson Tide. And let's get into it already. This is intense, people. Very much so, especially at the quarterback position, a spot that you all want to know who will be QB1, who is going to be the starter week 1 against East Carolina and throughout the remainder of the season. I know we heard from offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb, of whom stated that next week a starter will be named between Austin Mack and Keelon Russell. But in scrimmage 2, both guys look good. Both guys made a lot of plays. Though with Keelon Russell, you kind of feel like he's more of the explosive guy. He's more of the guy that, man, when he gets out there, your mind goes crazy because it's like, how good really is he? How high really is his ceiling? How big potentially can this offense really be with him as QB1? Well, at the same time, Austin Mack is good. He can get you in and out of a lot of plays. If you want to just have a team that you're running the ball offensively, you're having some balance, your defense is leading you, and you want your quarterback to just not make mistakes, just manage what's going on, there's Austin Mack. But if you want, I want my defense knocking people over, killing them. I want my offensive line knocking people on the ground. We're running this football. I want complete balance. And then on top of that, I want to be able to go, ooh, wow, explosive, explosive, explosive stuff. Offensively, there's Keelon Russell. That's kind of how fall camp has went to this point, especially after 2 scrimmages. Keelon Russell, Austin Mack got the first reps in the first scrimmage. Keelon Russell got the first reps in the second game like practice. And according to sources, he had a drive where, I mean, man, hitting people, boom, boom, bam, pinpoint accuracy. Alabama able to really run the football well with Russell out there, handing the ball off to Kevin Riley, who had a big day. Scrimmage 2. Trae'shawn Brown continuing to show the consistency. A former 3-star from Texas. Daniel Hill had a good day out there. Bama was running the football. Bama was running the football here in scrimmage 2. So quarterback battle is getting more intense. Both guys are doing some really good things. It's just, what is your flavor? Do you want the flavor of managing everything properly and nothing wrong with that? That'll be Austin Mack. Or is your flavor, I want to be dynamic everywhere? And if that's your flavor, there's Keelon Russell. So we will figure out next week, because Ryan Grubb mentioned next week quarterback will be named. So we'll figure out next week who QB1 will be. But what I enjoyed the most from the second scrimmage, according to the notes that I've gathered, people, this offensive line, y'all's blocking. It was a great blocking day for this offensive line. And this is the reason why you hired Richard Owens, you hired Adrian Clem to get these guys physical, nasty, tough, putting folks on their back end and showing physicality within the trenches. This offensive line is showing that physicality. Run game was very effective in scrimmage 2. Really good there for the offensive line. Proud of that group there. You know what you're going to get out of Michael Carroll at right guard. Jackson Lord at left tackle starting to come into his own. Mal Waldrop, former 3-star in-state kid from Alabama, is starting to really make his name felt at that left guard position as that battle is between he and Will Sanders. But I think Mal Waldrop has now taken that spot. Rayson Delgado doing his thing at center, the transfer from Cal Poly at right tackle. Yes, you have the battle there between Javin James, the transfer from Mississippi State, and Nick Brooks, the transfer from Texas. But this offensive line, good, really good blocking here in scrimmage 2. And that just goes to show you the coaches that were brought in are doing their job, an outstanding job at that. Flipping this thing over to Alabama's defense just a second here. You've got some flexibility here on this Alabama defense. You got some flexibility. One source in particular told me that this defensive line rotation, it's getting back to the vintage Saban, Kirby Smart style defenses where you have your defensive linemen more so gap fillers, space eaters, stuffing that run, filling those gaps, and allowing these linebackers to shoot around free with and make plays and make a lot of plays. And in particular, one guy in particular gave me literally the entire rundown here of what Alabama's depth of a defensive line can be here. You're looking at Kedrick Bingley Jones, transfer from Mississippi State, will get burned this season for Alabama. Jeremiah Beeman, Edric Hill, Steve Bolo Mbalmoa, London Simmons, Isaiah Faga, Devin Tompkins, and Terrence Green. That's the rotation. Those are the guys that are going to be going in and that are going to be rotated in and out of this rotation. That group of defensive linemen has impressed when you talk about one Kane Womack. Then you go into the likes of what we've seen at the linebacker position, inside backer, QB Reese and Luke Metz. I mean, both guys fighting, but Luke Metz has just been phenomenal. Luke Metz is playing with his hair on absolute fire. On absolute fire. This guy is making plays practice after practice, scrimmage after scrimmage. They can't stop him. They literally cannot stop him. As good as QB Reese is, and Reese is a dog out there in his own right, Luke Metz is just doing different things that have you go, who the heck is that? And can we get him on the field now? And you go back to the last 2 years with Kane Womack, he's played 3 inside linebackers in the rotation. 2024, it was Deontay Lawson, Jihad Campbell, Justin Jefferson. Last season, Deontay Lawson, Justin Jefferson, Nakai Hill-Green. This season, it will be Caleb Woodson, transfer from Virginia Tech, Luke Metz, QB Reese. That'll be the rotation at the inside linebacker position. Those 3 guys. I mean, then going from there to the defensive secondary here, we're seeing a lot of moving parts. Got word from a trusted source that Jordan Edmonds, young defensive back, young cornerback, suffered an injury there, had surgery, will miss time. And with that being said, it's allowed Zion Gibson, another young player, another young defensive back, to be the backup corner. He will join Carmelo O'Neal as the 2 backups behind your starters, Xavier Brown and Dijon Lee. But where it gets interesting here, at the Husky position, therein lies Chuck McDonald, right? Chuck McDonald got a lot of burn in the second scrimmage, and continuing that pipeline from California to the University of Alabama, McDonald looks good at Husky, really good. Alabama held out Red Morgan for that second scrimmage. Red's not hurt at all, but just held him out. Chuck McDonald went off, did some good things. And then Dre Kirkpatrick Jr. got his shot at safety in scrimmage 2. That brother went off. Had an interception in the second scrimmage. Had a tipped interception in the first scrimmage. Dre Jr., young Dre, has learned from his mistake last year. He's learned. And not a bad kid at all. Like, got into some trouble, first time ever getting in trouble. I can only imagine Big Dre pulled Junior over. Hey, Junior, what do you want your legacy to be, son? What do you want your legacy to be at the capstone, at the place where legends are made? If you want to go down as legendary, you got to fix some stuff. You got to straighten some stuff out. And Dre Jr. has come back. He has straightened some stuff out, has got his act together. Dre Jr. making some noise here in fall camp, making some noise here in 2 scrimmages. And that's awesome. So right now, defensively, Kane Womack is seeing the flexibility that he's getting in various spots. I've mentioned this before. It's not an issue with bodies. You got talent. Put the people on the field, create packages for them, let them go hunt, let them go eat. The run game, Bama Nation, is real. Offensive line, darn good blocking in scrimmage two. The coaches that were hired in, Adrian Clem, Richard Owens, doing their job. And you're seeing Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley, Trae'shawn Brown all benefit from that. Last but not least, quarterback battle. That thing's getting intense, y'all. I mean, both guys did some good things in scrimmage too, but it all comes down to next week. Ryan Grubb makes that decision. Who does he go with? We're going to find out. But yours truly, Stephen Smith of the Bama Standard Network, just giving you some notes here from Scrimmage 2.